All right, guys, many offenses have those plays that they just think are unstoppable. You know, wing T guys have buck sweep, and, you talk to those guys that say there's no way you can cover it. The triple option guys are the same way. But today in our video, we're going to talk about what I think is the most unstoppable air raid concept there is. Stay tuned. All right, guys, let's get into the controversy. Like I said, I was going to talk a little bit about what I think is the most unstoppable concept. And in the comments down below, if you thought this video was going to be about mesh, give me a I thought it was about mesh comment, because this is not going to be what people expected. To me, the most important air raid play is 6 calls. You have to be a good 6-call team if you're gonna be a great air raid team. And I just think, it's crazy because, obviously we're the 92 Meshgroup, and everybody knows I got the little, Meshgroup tattoo and all that good stuff. And I love mesh. It's my favorite play ever, and it always will be. But to me, the most unstoppable concept in the air raid offense is the 4 vertical concept if you run it the right way. And if you look at the screen, you can see that I've got a whole bunch of stuff on here, and it's not just 4 straight lines. And I think a lot of times when people get into the air raid, they said, hey, we're going to run this 4 vertical concept, and we're just going to run these 4 guys down the middle of the field, and we're just going to chuck it deep and hope that we get success out of it. And it just doesn't work that way. And matter of fact, as I'm doing the video, I'm thinking to myself, well, there's another line that I probably should have drawn in, and that's the little backstop right here that comes with the outside guys, being able to run those back shoulder fades and things like that. So, why is it that 6 calls are so unstoppable? Well, for me, first and foremost, it's the idea that you can read open grass. And if you haven't looked at Pat Taylor's open grass read stuff, I can't just encourage you enough to go look at it. Pat is a wonderful coach. He's doing a great job up there at North Surrey here in North Carolina. But the way he has developed that thought process of teaching 4 verts is impeccable. And especially his tennis ball drill. And I'd love to get him to come on the channel. And I'm going to call him and see, because he'll do it. I'm going to get him to come on the channel and talk about how he teaches verts with tennis balls. I think it's the best thing ever, man. I mean, it just teaches these guys. You do it in the gym. You're basically walking around, and you got a tennis ball, and you just throws tennis balls, and these guys get it, and they run it so well. But if you look at the diagram, and like over here, and let me get my little circle tool that I like to do. Right here, first off, let's say you're getting a 4 cross look. Everybody's kind of deep. This guy right now, he can run a little 5-yard hitch. Bang, gift route. If he doesn't like the alignment, he keeps up on his little, his outside. We also teach them, in the gift route kind of thing, that's an immediate check with the quarterback. That's not a read, okay? If that guy is, 10 yards back or whatever, down in distance, we'll check to that gift right now. And, we'll just do that. But then, he has that deal where if you get zone turn, he's gonna turn, and at 10 he can break it down if the guy's just bailing out on him, and the quarterback knows to look at that. And then the same thing on the inside. All right, guys, just want to take a break from the video real quick to remind you that Air Raid Nation tickets are on sale now at 92meshgroup.com/clinics. Early bird special goes through March 1st. Don't forget to get your 92 Innovator Dinner buffet ticket as well. We got a great keynote speaker, so to speak, that I'll be talking to you about later on. But it's going to be a great event. We'll see you May 8th. And like I do, I tell my guys, they only have 3, they have certain things that they're allowed to do. For H, for instance, is allowed to hitch, skinny, or ride it up. He's not allowed to work outside. Okay, so we hitch, skinny, or ride it up. And then Y, for instance, he's allowed to do 3 things as well. He can hitch, sail, or ride it up. And obviously he can bend inside a little bit if the safety's right here. But, we only give them 3 choices on the inside guys. And then the outside guys, again, you have the same thing. You have the gift, you have the more, and then you have the more stop. And then another thing that we've done in the past is we've actually called the stop play. We give them the little stop signal, so, we'll go 6X stop. And I'll talk a little bit about that. One of the drip contents of the new 2020 that are scheduled is actually me signaling all the plays. That's pretty cool. I get asked that all the time. So that's going to be in the 2020 if you haven't picked that up yet. That's going to be one of the things that drop. This week we're actually dropping another part to that course. It's really cool. I actually go through an air raid practice for you, and then I show you clips of all the drills that we do. I've collected drill clips from all over the place and some of the stuff that we used as well. So I'm going to actually walk you through the practice, talk about who rotates where the coaches stand, where the kids are, and then how we rotate them through, and then show you the drills that we do. So it's actually a pretty cool video that comes out this weekend. So really excited about that. Also, just looking at the running backs choices, you can even look at your back. And if you're getting guys coming off the edge hard, change the option route to a swing. Joe Salas talks about that in a video real quick too. But if you change that option route to a swing, I'm telling you right now, if they're not peeling, you got these guys being ran off, and you got a free bubble over there in the flat. But if they're not coming off the edges real hard, and you can step up in there, just kind of check, give you a 6-man protection, and then run a little option route. That's something that you got to work on a little bit. So, but you have the option of keeping him in. So if you need 6 men to do it, if you're getting press man coverage, tag a shallow. Boom, go 6X and tag a shallow. You can tag a shallow in here. So, I mean, that's why 6 is so unstoppable, because really you have answers to every question. Obviously, I know somebody's going to say something about, well, if you can't throw it from his back, coach. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah. But, we're playing football too. So, if you can't block anything, you can't run it. But, this is just saying that you got a 65, 70% chance of protecting your quarterback. This is an unstoppable play if you run it correctly. It just has so many answers. And so, like looking at what the running backs can do, you can swing, you can do different things like that. There's even when you go 3x1, you can crawl them over. There's also pretty cool other tags off of it that make it unstoppable. And, this is not really a whole 6-call video. We have one of those on the channel. Drew Piscopo does that. Check that video out. I'll try to leave a link to it in the description. But, it's really, really cool. And also a couple things, and we'll get into that. I'm going to move them over to 3x1 real quick. In the 3x1 stuff, really what we do is we teach. I've gotten away from teaching far hash. We used to teach them run to the far hash and all that good stuff. We don't do that anymore. What we do now is we just run Y cross. So it's pretty cool. And I think that's the running back stuff. I think I actually have it in here. Let's see. This Just Play stuff is pretty cool. These are all pre-built. You don't even have to draw them. You just go find the one you want, and you can put it in there. And I think I have cross in there, but if not, we'll just draw it in. No, I don't. But I think it's my team favorite. Let me look down here. If you haven't checked this out, guys, you really do need to check it out. It's such a freaking good play. Playbook editor and things like that. And then when you add the video capabilities to it. So, what we do here, like I said, we go under Sam, over Mike, and then, we want to shoot to, and this is the other thing I love about this thing more than anything, is you got the yardage. We want to aim, at like a 18 to 20 yard target. So that's kind of what we tell them to do. And then obviously he still has the options to do what he would normally do if he's running Y cross, which is, find grass and sit in it. And so we tell him to do that, and then he climbs it through. And so the other thing that you can do is change your backs route. And I did a video on this, way at the beginning of the channel. We talked about it back when we were doing the Google Classroom and all that stuff. And hey guys, listen, about that Google Classroom, it's just so much easier to do the Facebook group. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group, join that. It's a little less stuff for me to have to manage, because my time is crazy right now with the podcast and the channel and everything else. And then I'll have some other stuff we'll talk about here in the next couple of days That's huge for me, but it just makes it harder and harder to do that. But you have this guy kind of chase that alley right there, and then we have a video about that on the channel. Like earlier, we talked about chasing the shallow deal, but that's wide open every time because they clear this out and he comes in, and he sits. He actually runs a sit right in here in between these two guys, and it's pretty cool. And like I said, man, 6 calls if you teach it correctly and take your time and teach it right. Okay, don't be impatient with it. Spend a lot of time working on it. You want to talk about bang for your buck or ROI, return on investment. And you always hear me talk about CBA, the cost benefit analysis. Whatever this play costs, it's worth it. If you got to spend 3 days in the spring putting this play in till you can run it right, it's worth it. Okay, it's to me, it's the hallmark of the air raid. Okay, a lot of people, obviously mesh is the play that everybody talks about. But if you ask anybody who's an air raid coach, they will tell you that 6 calls is the deal. You have to be able to run it. Mike Leach, probably the most famous play in the history of the air raid is Crabtree's catch against Texas when he was at Texas Tech. That was 6. Okay, it looks like a little hitch stop, but they called 6 like 3 times in a row on that drive. Pat Taylor talks about it, and I did a video on it talking about you can run 6 calls every day, every play in a 7-on-7. And that's why it's unstoppable, because it's so many different plays in one. And if you get good at this play, you're going to be good at the air raid. Hey, and I just want to take this opportunity. You guys see behind me, I got my Dallas Renegades up. I'm about to watch the game here in a few minutes. But I just want to wish good luck to Coach Mumme and thank him for everything he's done for everybody. If you didn't know that, but Bob Stoops was an air raid guy. He hired Mike Leach, and he's in the family, and he brought Coach Mumme back, and he's now the offensive coordinator down at Dallas. And just so excited and thankful for everything he's done for me personally and for what he's done for everybody professionally. And so good luck to them. Hopefully they're going to pull it out tonight and be one of the better teams in the XFL, because that will just make it even more special. And with the different rules and stuff too, it's going to be interesting to see, because he really is an offensive genius. So that being said, hey, this is it for the video. I appreciate you guys coming by. I see so many of you guys when I go to this clinics and stuff now, and it's really cool to see guys and put names and faces together with different types of people. And, if you like these kind of videos, you want me to do some more of that stuff, I got another Madden video coming up pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. But hit that subscribe button, man, and like and share and join the group. And as always, spin it to win.